Later with Mo Kelly on KFI AM 640.
The Amazon Prime Video series Classified follows 15-year-old Oakland student Ella, who's arrested at a protest and facing serious jail time. Ella avoids incarceration thanks to her stepmother, who you'll meet in just a moment, who's well-connected. The catch is that Ella must move to South Africa for the rest of the school year. But beneath that, there's a story of international intrigue. In fact, Spycraft Entertainment, a global production company run by former senior intelligence officers, co-produces and consults on the series.
Live in Oakland, protesters are calling for change.
You messed up, Elle. You messed up real bad.
I don't know what strings your father had to pull to get you out of here.
Come here.
Welcome to South Africa.
Turn my head to the back, left to the right, step to the stage.
You excited about school tomorrow?
Enjoy your first day.
This shit here's for the rest of your life.
This is where kids of politicians, pop stars, and diplomats send their children.
I've been assigned as your orientation guide.
Nice try.
Do you want to try?
That was pretty dope.
The new kid from San Francisco, right?
I think you're pretty badass. Did you kiss?
Wonderful. What's up with all the security?
This is your personal emergency code. Memorize it, please.
What did you say your mom does again?
I'm the CIA station chief for South Africa.
Very funny.
The presidential inauguration was their target. We believe that boy's dad might be able to lead us. And you can help, Ella.
Go.
There'll be difficult things that you have to do.
He is a dangerous man.
Do whatever it takes.
Going home is not an option.
I want my life back. What's going on with you, Ella?
This is your new life.
Are you gonna love this place? I can just feel it.
Classified is now available on Amazon Prime, and tonight, comedian, actor, and series creator Kagiso Lediha and co-star Christine Horn both join me to preview it. Welcome, friends. Thank you for coming on tonight.
Thank you very much, Mo. Thank you for having us.
Kagiso, let me start with you. There's something about coming of age on and off the screen. Same but different. We've all been 16, but not 16 at this time in this world. And the world always shifts. What is it about just trying to tell a coming of age story through adult eyes?
For me, it's that as you say, coming of age. And for me, coming of age is always the kind of construct. I think we've kind of forever under construction as people. We kind of later in the construction. If we were walls, when you're in your 40s, you're like a higher wall. But, a 15-year-old is like this beginning, foundations, I always find that so fascinating. And what was then kind of to add that grander complication was doing that through this kind of twisted world of espionage, not like being like spy, James Bond, but like real espionage where you're going to have to betray your friends. You're going to have to pretend to be something you're not. You're going to be told by grown-ups who are supposed to tell you otherwise. They're going to tell you to lie. They're going to tell you to do all sorts of things that are wrong, in favor of God and country or whatever it is that they will give you as their reasons.
Christine, listening to Kagiso's answer, there's history that shows us every generation has its time of protest. And invariably, the older generation never approves of how the younger generation chooses to protest. And using Kagiso's answer as a jumping off point, this story may be fictional, but the generational dynamics still ring true, do they not?
Absolutely. I mean, at the height of any revolution is young people. And because they have less to lose, right? There's less on the line for them. So that's what I love about this story. We follow Ella, who is very fiery and fed up, and she has her strong beliefs, and she's not afraid to go for what she believes in, even though there are, repercussions on the other side of that. And so I think the audience will be able to connect with that, whether that was once them or that is them currently. But then getting to see and watch Ella unfold and come into herself as she is forced to live in a new place. that is unfamiliar to her, a place that she has probably has some stereotypes in her mind and preconceived notions, and all of that gets shattered, and we go on this wild journey with her as she discovers South Africa.
Kagi, so let's talk about some of those preconceived notions and stereotypes. You're speaking to an American audience largely, one probably unfamiliar with the South Africa of the 21st century. How would you characterize the country now, post-apartheid?
We talk about the universality of like human life. You land anywhere in the world today. If you've got Uber on your phone, you're going to call an Uber. If you're looking for a coffee shop, there's this kind of grand globalization that's happening thanks to American corporations. So the world is very much the same. Like whether it's good or bad, I don't know, but there's a kind of universality or genericness that's starting to happen because of globalization. And I think that with a show like this, you get to show that, and obviously there's always unique things. South Africa coming out of apartheid, being in this new place now where Black people have a lot more mobility, a lot more freedoms, and having this African-American character who has an idea of Blackness coming into this place and seeing how that gets subverted, or how, seeing the Blackness through different eyes. And I think for like a global diaspora audience, this becomes like a point of cool conversation about our identity, about who we are, and so on, and how we fit in the world, especially from the perspective of a 16-year-old.
Christine, Classified, as we're talking about, may be a coming-of-age story on the surface, but we've been hinting at it and jumping around talking about it from a distance. It's an international spy thriller. Without giving it all away, you as Ella's stepmother, Diane, knows some pretty powerful people around the globe. How does Ella's life change in this series beyond just her physical address?
Great question. Well, Ella's life changes because she soon finds out that I'm the CIA station chief, and which means, yes, I am intertwined with some very powerful people and some unscrupulous people as well. And Ella wants something and I want something. And so I use that to my advantage and I make her work for me. And so she ends up going to a school, and this isn't giving too much away, but you'll see she ends up going to a school where diplomats go and they send their kids to, and the wealthy students go there. And so there's lots of connections that I require her make so that she can get what she wants and I can get what I want.
Kagi, so in my introduction, I talked about how Spycraft Entertainment, a global production company run by former senior intelligence officers, one of the co-producers on Classified. How did that process work as far as having a script and telling a story, but also making sure it was authentic on many levels?
Yeah, I think with kind of the original tale, when they came and said, look, this is how we lived. This is what we used our children as these tools of national security and so on. And we were very judgmental. Like, whoa, how could you do that to your kids? And they're like, this is how you secure the country. This is how you secure the world. There's obviously the real life stories, and there's like fiction. There's how do we make this compelling for screen? Because the real spy, whenever I research spycraft and being spies, it's always so anti-James Bond, right? Like real spies will tell you about how spying is boring and it's time consuming and there's a lot of waiting and there's no sexy James Bondiness that's happening. So which was great. Like it was something that we wanted to tap into because of this kind of grounded young adult drama and this kind of family drama that's happening. But we also wanted the excitement, the kind of danger, the betrayal, the intrigue, and so on. So in the middle there, we would write a script, send it to them, they'd go, this wouldn't end. They were really kind of concerned with the minutiae. They wouldn't use an ambulance as a secret car. That's what happens in the movies. Like when you have the secret ambulance with like the communications in the back, like we see in the movies, they're like, yeah, an ambulance, because people would expect an ambulance to help them if any accident happened. So they would use a different type of car. We're like, oh, but this type of stuff happens. They're like, of course it happens, yes, but not an ambulance. So there was always these types of little stories, little things, and some parts where we would both agree, but it's more exciting if it's an ambulance, or it's more exciting if it catches fire. And they're like, yeah, we'll let it slide, But generally, we tried as much as possible to make it authentic and as grounded as possible. That was kind of the running thread, was that this has to feel real. This has to be, you gotta watch this and go, oh man, that kid is a spy. When you imagine Ella as a 30-year-old, you're like, oh, she's gonna be so messed up. She's gonna be really smoking lots of cigarettes and being like a badass.
Well, I can't wait. We're going to be checking it out. Classified now, available on Amazon Prime Video. Want to thank my guest, Kagiso Ladiha, and also co-star Christine Horn. Congratulations. Can't wait to see all of it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for having us. And also on Amazon Freevee, if you don't have a subscription and you like free things.
Yes.
We like free.